Topic Level 2. Soil. The soil and the life within it are the foundation for healthy organisms that live in and from it. By changing land use to open forest landscapes with taller vegetation, the soil can be protected from erosion. Fertility through increased organic soil matter, soil life and natural nutrient cycles can support much more life in the long term than barren soils. Let's read the situation at Level 2. Before, it was hard, hot and rocky. The Earth's skin was repeatedly torn open, leaving the soil exposed. Dust flew around, and I think that in the long run it wasn't really fertile for growing crops. We go into the food forests. Somehow, the ground beneath our feet has changed. It has become softer and moister and has changed color from light to dark. How did that happen? A brief explanation of how Level 2 is linked to the rest of the game. Level 2 builds on Levels 0 and 1. Levels 0, 1 and 2 are linked together, creating a growing network of effects. The next levels are also linked to the previous levels. In Level 2, the bird distributed the cards to all players again. After the introduction, the topic of soil becomes part of the cause and effect structure. We are now seeing more and more the effects of multifunctional agroforestry and the diverse effects of bringing more structure into the soil. A tip for the person accompanying the game. In order to understand the connections between the cards, you are welcome to add the cards to the explanatory videos and lay them out. This will give you a better overview at your leisure. Regenerative activities. In Level 2, the regenerative activities from Level 1 are broken down in more detail. They are classified behind Card 1, Regenerative Activities. Card number 14, Slowing down water by preventing water from running together and slowing it down locally. It loses its destructive power of flooding. The water that no longer runs away can supply the soil with water and thus replenish the groundwater table. Card number 32. In many areas there is enough rain, but so far it has not seeped into the soil. This causes droughts. Slowing down water can be achieved through changes to the soil, terracing, mulching, greening, or other water retention structures. The slower speed gives the water more time to penetrate the soil. The risk of forest fires also decreases when more water can seep into the soil. Card number 53, Planting. In order for trees to offer benefits in agricultural areas, we need to arrange them in a specific way. They can be planted in rows or avenues, for example. This allows for continued mechanical cultivation between them. And where there is a tree, the soil can recover and less fuel is needed. At the same time, a diversity of genetic material is necessary for the trees in order to open up many niches for living creatures. Card number 34, Soil Management. Soil management aims to avoid plowing in the long term. This can be achieved by covering the soil with mulch material, which suppresses the growth of wild herbs. The carbon stored in the soil is thus retained in the soil and can increase in the long term. 1 gram of humus can store 10 grams of water. Plowing destroys this ability by oxidizing the carbon. Card number 27, Clean Air. Evaporation cleans the air by binding pollutants with water particles. Clean air is the result of card number 31, Increased water exchange. At the same time, Card number 27 also supports card number 8, small water cycles, because it promotes better condensation nuclei for rain formation. Card number 37, root network. Card number 19. Perennial plants are plants that grow for longer than 1 year. They therefore have more time to form card number 37-root networks, which can become much longer than those of annual plants. Their long roots stabilize the soil and promote infiltration. Infiltration occurs because some of the roots die off. This leaves behind small tubes through which water can flow. Perennial plants hold the soil in place, thereby reducing water erosion, the washing away of soil. The taller plants also slow down the wind, thereby reducing wind erosion, the blowing away of soil due to slower wind speeds. The root network thus supports card number 39, soil health. The long roots also promote hydraulic lift. Plants transport water upwards thanks to their roots and supply neighboring plants when sufficient water is available. All these effects are therefore also a cause of card number 9, the global increase in soil fertility. Card number 39, soil health. By no longer ploughing the soil, card number 34, soil care, more humus remains in the soil. This has the effect of retaining more water and nutrients in the soil. Because more water is available in the soil for evaporation, the humus also has an indirect temperature regulating effect, and plants can evaporate more water throughout the year, which supports card number 9, global fertility increase. The nutrients that remain in the soil and do not fly or float away no longer need to be purchased. More CO2 storage can also take place. In addition, the soil is an essential store of CO2, 2 to 3 times more. CO2 is stored in the soil than in the atmosphere. Card number 9, global increase in fertility. Many areas that were once threatened by desertification can now be regreened. More plant growth is possible on more land. The goal is to understand that deserts do not have to be deserts. Parts of man-made deserts can be regreened, and parts of the earth that are threatened by desertification can be protected from it. Now the quest is being discussed. On card 39, soil health, we find an earthworm quest. How have these measures changed the situation? Now that the soil is covered, cooled, and moistened, it can become softer, and the earthworm has enough food in the soil to make its life easier. Now let's move on to the solution. Okay, now we understand. We can regenerate, 1, by preventing massive floods. We slow down water and allow it to seep away locally, 14. We plant seeds in the moist soil, 53, and we nurture it, 34. The seeds, 53, grow into multifunctional agroforestry systems, 19, which, among other things, purify the air, 27. The deep root networks stabilize the soil. The floods have stopped and the soil can remain where it is, 37. The soil is enriched with nutrients and organic matter, 39. Soil health, 39, and moisture, 32, have improved fertility, 9, in the landscapes. This concludes Level 2. Level 2 is followed by reflection. What new ideas are there? How is the game developing within the team?